Good evening. I'm Morag Sinclair, reporting from the London Prat, where the government has gone upstairs, the excuses have gone airborne, and Britain has once again confused altitude with leadership. Leading tonight's news, Number 10 opens Rooftop Terrace so Prime Ministers can fall from greater heights. Yes, Number 10 has opened a rooftop terrace, giving Prime Ministers fresh air, panoramic views of Westminster, and a significantly greater height from which political careers may descend. Structural engineers say the terrace can support the weight of any Prime Minister, provided their approval rating remains above single figures. Next in the news, government architects insist the project is not a vanity exercise. They say it is an essential investment in modern democracy, in the same way a trampoline is an essential investment in modern gymnastics. Lots of bouncing, a brief illusion of control, and then the inevitable landing. Also tonight, cabinet ministers have discovered outdoor meetings are easier because nobody can hear the U-turns. Officials say the wind is remarkably helpful. One moment, a minister announces, "We are absolutely committed to this policy," and by the time the sentence reaches, "unless tomorrow's polling changes everything," it has been carried gently toward Croydon. Moving on, Downing Street is calling this Britain's first environmentally sustainable method of political deniability. Instead of rewriting speeches, ministers now simply blame atmospheric conditions. One minister insisted, "I never promised to abolish that tax. You must have misheard me over the pigeons." Meanwhile, the terrace has been declared Britain's largest smoking area for political careers. A commemorative plaque now reads, "Please extinguish all political ambitions responsibly." Former ministers gather there each evening, sipping tea and watching another colleague's prospects rise briefly before vanishing like an overexcited weather balloon nobody remembers authorising. Next in Westminster leisure news, the Prime Minister has introduced happy hour whenever inflation falls below expectations. Treasury officials estimate the first celebration could begin any time between next Thursday and the colonisation of Mars. The terrace bar now offers fiscal responsibility lager, which becomes weaker after every budget. There is also an inflation martini, which costs £8 when ordered and $11 before it reaches your table. Also tonight, the rooftop has become a tourist attraction. Visitors receive binoculars to observe rare political wildlife in its natural habitat. Cabinet ministers migrating between television studios, special advisers clustering nervously around phones, and backbench MPs emerging briefly from the long grass before disappearing for another parliamentary term. Moving on, children have reportedly enjoyed feeding the journalists, although officials discouraged the practice after several reporters became dependent on anonymous briefings and refused to file copy without one. Finally tonight, the terrace furniture has become the real success story. The benches are sturdy, the tables are level, the parasols survive strong winds. Altogether, they have demonstrated greater long-term stability than several administrations. Manufacturers are now advertising chairs with the slogan, "Guaranteed to last longer than a cabinet." The flower pots refuse to comment on leadership speculation, and even the ornamental shrubs appear more rooted than some ministers. As the sun sets over Westminster, another Prime Minister stands on the terrace, gazing confidently toward the horizon, while photographers capture what historians will later call the opening scene of an inevitable resignation documentary. Those are tonight's headlines. I'm Morag Sinclair for the London Prat, where the news is serious, the railings are reinforced, and the government has finally found a way to rise above reality without improving it. For more Westminster weather reports, rooftop democracy, and political careers served with a view, visit prat.uk.